Are you dealing with relentless headaches after your concussion? Let me show you one of my favorite tools that I use to get rid of those headaches. Before we start, I should note that headaches can come from multiple things after a concussion, but there is one common mechanism. So after your concussion, whether it was from a fall, from a car accident, from sports, there tends to be a postural imbalance that occurs with the muscles, particularly along the back of the neck. So there are certain muscles that start to seize up, and then there are other ones that sort of go dormant and they kind of stop working. And so what ends up happening are some muscles that are overactive are very tense, and those muscles that are so tight can actually end up referring a headache. So if we can relieve the tension from those muscles, then we can greatly improve the headache. You might even notice after the concussion that there's some postural changes, or maybe people have even said something to you. What can happen is that as these muscles become tense and these muscles become underactive, we can start to get this sort of forward posture with our heads. Our shoulders kind of round, our head juts forward, and our head can even tilt back a little bit. So if you've ever noticed maybe yourself in photos that you kind of have this bad posture, or maybe someone's even said something to you, or you've looked in the mirror and you've just gone, ugh, what is going on? It's very common. You're not the only one. When we have these superficial muscles that become very overactive and tense, and then our smaller stabilizing muscles that become inactive, then we get these postural changes, and also we get pain or headaches. So let's go over how we can address this. My favorite tool ever for this is the peanut ball. So a small peanut ball for the neck. It fits very nicely, and I'll show you how to use it. Basically, what we're going to do is address those muscles in the back of the neck that might be becoming tense and causing you to jut your head forward and tilt back. Now that tilt back is coming from what we call our sub-occipital muscles. And if those are very tense, then those can definitely cause headaches. So we want to relieve those. So you can grab a peanut ball. If you don't have one of these, don't worry. You just take 2 tennis balls, put them in a nylon sock, and there you have your makeshift peanut ball. All right, so we're going to take this peanut ball and we are going to place it just right at the base of the skull. So what we'll do is we will lie down on it. So ideally you want a hard surface. You don't really want to be on a bed. You don't really want to use a pillow either. You want to just lay flat. So what we're going to do is put the tennis ball just right at the base of the skull, and we are going to come down. We're going to lay on it. Try to get as comfortable as you can. It doesn't really matter what you do with your legs, but you just want to lay flat on your back. And you'll probably feel some tension here. That just means that we're getting the right spot. And you want to lay on this. I would start with about 30 seconds and then just see how you feel after. So I wouldn't lay on it for too long in case it's irritating for you, just depending on how sensitive the muscles are right now. But if you can tolerate more than 30 seconds, I would go to about 2 minutes, but nothing over 5 minutes. You don't want to do it for too long. So in this case, less is not more. You don't want to lay on this for half an hour. So you can even start higher up if you feel that that's where you're feeling more tension, and then you can slide it down a little bit more. And if you find that this is sliding, you can always just take a towel. You can roll a towel and just put it under the ball so that it doesn't slide down. And when you're here, just try to relax, and you should be relieving those muscles. These are our sub-occipital muscles that we're relieving. So this would be called a sub-occipital release. You may have had this done in a clinic. Maybe a chiropractor or a physical therapist has done this for you. And if it feels really good and you want to be able to replicate this at home, then you could definitely grab a peanut ball, or as I said previously, the 2 tennis balls, and you can do this yourself. This is something that you can do daily, even multiple times a day, just depending on what your needs are. All right, I hope this helped.